Love, I'm stuck in a late meeting. I'll stay at the hotel tonight.
Okay, love. I understand.
Mrs. Cross, everything is arranged.
Table 14, right next to theirs. Your lawyer will be 2 tables over.
She found out her husband was cheating months ago. But instead of screaming, instead of crying, she did something no rich man expects. She planned. And the man who helped her wasn't just a concierge. He was someone from her past that everyone thought was dead. Diana Cross had everything: a mansion, a husband who built a financial empire, jewelry that cost more than most people's houses, and a marriage that looked perfect in every photo. Except it wasn't. For 6 months, she'd known. The late nights, the business trips to cities with no meetings, the texts he deleted before she could see them. She wasn't stupid. She just didn't know what to do. Until she met Walter. Walter Kane was the head concierge at the Grandview Hotel, 62 years old, impeccable suit, silver hair, the kind of man who knew everyone's secrets because they trusted him to keep them. Edward used the Grandview for his affairs. Room 1407. Always the same room, always the same blonde woman in her 20s, always champagne and room service at 9 p.m., and Walter saw it all. One night Diana followed Edward. She sat in the lobby bar alone, watching her husband walk through the doors with another woman's hand in his. She ordered a drink, then another, then another. That's when Walter sat down next to her. "Mrs. Cross," he said quietly, "you don't belong here." She looked at him. "I think I do." "No, you belong somewhere better than this." She laughed bitterly. "Do I? My husband is upstairs with a woman half my age. Where exactly do I belong?" Walter was silent for a moment. Then he said something that changed everything. "I can help you." Diana frowned. "Help me how?" "I can tell you every time he comes here, every room, every woman, every lie. And when you're ready, I can help you make sure the truth comes out in a way he'll never forget." She stared at him. "Why would you do that?" Walter looked at her for a long time. Then he said very quietly, "Because I owe you." Diana didn't understand. She'd never met this man before in her life. "I don't know you," she said. Walter's eyes filled with something she couldn't name: regret, pain, grief. "No," he said, "but I know you." And then he stood up and walked away. For 2 weeks, Diana tried to figure out what he meant, but Walter never explained. He just kept his promise. Every time Edward checked into room 1407, Walter called her, told her the time, told her who he was with, gave her the evidence she needed. And tonight was the night she would use it. Edward had texted her an hour ago. "Stuck in a late meeting, love. I'll stay at the hotel tonight, don't wait up." Diana smiled. She put on her best dress, her best jewelry, her best makeup, and she drove to the Grandview. Walter was waiting in the lobby. "Table 14, he said, "right next to theirs. I made sure the lighting is perfect. Your lawyer is already seated 2 tables over with a camera." Diana looked at him. "Why are you doing this?" Walter's face cracked, just for a second. Then he said very quietly, "Because 30 years ago, I walked out on my daughter and her mother. I was a coward. I chose my career over my family, and I never saw them again." Diana's breath caught. Walter looked her in the eyes. "Your mother's name was Sarah Kane. She died 5 years ago, and before she died, she showed me a picture of you, my daughter, the one I abandoned when you were 2 years old." Diana's knees went weak. "I don't expect you to forgive me," Walter said, "but I can give you this. I can make sure that man never humiliates you again." Diana stared at the father she thought was dead. Then she walked into the restaurant, and when Edward saw her sitting at the table next to his, with his mistress across from him and a lawyer with a camera 2 tables over, his face went white. Diana raised her wine glass, smiled, and said loud enough for the entire restaurant to hear, "Hello, darling. Enjoying your meeting? Do you want to know what happened next?" Comment Part 2. Because what Diana did in that restaurant destroyed more than just his reputation.